All right, we are live. I see the chat already buzzing. How we doing? How we doing? Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button if you're new. We're going to be jumping into some player prop action live on today's stream. We'll talk about maybe prize picks or a DraftKings parlay or just any parlay, that type of thing. We'll figure it out. But yeah, welcome everybody. Happy Monday. Happy Monday to everyone out there. Pumped to be live. Now I look forward to these Mondays. I want to stream more and more and more, which we'll work on that. But yeah, for now, we're sticking to that every Monday sort of spot. And so far, so good. So how we doing? Let's go ahead and jump in and just start looking at some of the slate here because, again, we're going to look at some player props. Some guys have been ruled out as of late. So let's see what we got. I should give some shout outs in the chat first, I guess, because I see the chat absolutely popping off here. We'll go to the top here. Shout out to Walter, Montega. Shout out to Dan, Meta, Keith, Eric. What's up? Marcus. We got Ty. Jaden, we got calling our shot. Austin says he's sleeping on the sidewalk. We all know that Austin from calling our shot's going to bounce back in a big way. And all it means is, when you get down, when you get dark, it just means it's a bigger bounce back opportunity. That's how I look at it, right? That's how I look at it. If you're down, you can only go up. It's how it works. If you're up, sometimes it's tough to hang on. The grip strength loosens, right? But shout out to you for tuning in, my man. Shout out to Paris. We got Gas. A bunch of people in the chat here. Appreciate everybody tuning in today. But let's go ahead and jump into, like I said, just looking at some of the slate here because we do have some guys that have been ruled out. But we'll kind of take it game by game here. So something that we missed talking about in our video this morning was that Evan Mobley is a game time decision. So shout out to the comment section for bringing that one to light as well. But Zubac out in this game. Mitchell, Mobley, both game time decisions, which is obviously huge. He is out. LaMelo. Already messing up here. Looks like he is a game time decision as well. We're still waiting on the center position for the Celtics here. We have Al Horford, Kristaps, and Luke Cornett. Their first string, second string, and third string centers and bigs. All game time decisions, so that's kind of tough. Yusuf Nurkic, game time decision here. And then we have, Finney Smith out for Brooklyn. Obviously, LeBron and Anthony Davis, both on the injury report. What else we got that is kind of new? Zach Collins, that's worth watching. Game time decision there. Memphis is. This looks like a Yellow Pages phone book. There's so many names mentioned there. But Giannis also on the injury report here. He is a game time decision. And another big one as Joel Embiid has been ruled out. I kind of talked about it in the video this morning too. I was like, I wouldn't be surprised if they sit him. You're playing Portland, right? Who has zero inside presence. They may not even need him here. But let's go ahead and get to some chat. Then we'll jump into some player props. You might as well just start dropping them in right now. We'll make sure that... We'll do a poll or something to figure out if we want to do like a prize pick slip or if we want to just put together like a 5-man parlay on DraftKings. We'll figure that out in a little bit, but let's get to some of the chat here because I can already see the chat absolutely buzzing. So let's go ahead and get to some of this here. So let's see. Shout out to Ryan Moody tuning in. Glad I made the live. Appreciate the content. Appreciate you tuning in, my man. Kelvin says, hey, what's up, Kelvin? DeAndre says, let's go. We got Schnecknader. I don't think I'm saying that right, but that may be how we have to say it. Bob's in here. Let's see. Shout out to calling our shot again. Yeah, shout out to Austin for tuning in. Guys, drop some plays in the comments. We'll get to some of these. Dan the Man says, suit up. You're in at center tonight. I don't know if all 5'9" of me can handle Boston Celtics center, but I'll tell you what. Can make it rain from outside. I'll be running circles around Jonas Valanciunas if I have to suit up for center tonight. Gas says, all it takes is hope, my boy. Yeah. Let's see. Ray's is saying Embiid doesn't like playing basketball. What's crazy is he's got like 6 or 7 games before he's ineligible for awards. And I think I saw someone in the comments today say that like he already said he doesn't care about that. If you don't care about awards, then maybe, yeah, you're a team guy, but has Embiid ever been like the prototypical team guy? No, that dude has to care about awards, right? Like he has to care about awards. But all right, I know the chat's all over the place. I already know that I'm going to get behind on chat as I always do, but we make our best effort to keep up with it. In probably like 5 minutes or so, we'll go ahead and do, actually, why don't we just do that now? I'll drop a poll in the comments. Should we do a prize pick slip or just a DraftKings parlay? Those are kind of the two that I'm whittled down here. And again, just which one you guys would prefer, because technically speaking, you can pretty much use similar lines on both if you want to ride on either side, that type of thing. So let's see what we got. All right, that looks good. Give me a vote on that poll. Guys, voting is anonymous. I always tell you guys, just go ahead and vote. It helps out, helps the direction of the channel and everything. Or direction of the channel, direction of the stream here. But let's see what we got. DraftKings parlay out to a big start, and it looks like that's where it is probably going to lay. 78% DraftKings parlay, 19. Ooh, wow, moving back. Okay. All right, we got a little heavyweight fight here. Bobbing and weaving. Ooh, ooh. Oh, you see those hands? Do we see those hands? All right, we'll let this poll run a little bit longer. Let me get to some more of the chat here. Like I said, we're gonna skip all around, like we always do. We're gonna try and stay up to date with chat. If we don't, it's your fault, not my fault, because you guys are just super crazy supportive. But all right, should we just jump into it? I think we already have enough votes. DraftKings parlay it is. Let me make sure I got all of my screens up here. We have tons of games to choose from too, so that's good. A reminder, guys, on DraftKings, you can't put two guys in the same parlay that are on the same team or in the same game. So we'll have to go through, 12 games on today's slate and pick one play in each of those. But that is A-okay. And we also have, how about this? We'll end that poll. DraftKings looks like it's winning in a landslide. We also have, it looks pretty good here. We got a 50% boost on any bet today. So, any NBA bet today. So yeah, maybe we could throw the boost on here. We'll opt into that one. But, all right, let's go ahead and start, I guess, digging into some of these plays. So already, if I missed some of your plays, feel free to ask them again, but we're going to try and keep up to date in chat, and I feel like I say that a million times. But let's see what we got here. We'll start right here. Again, if I missed yours, just comment it again in a little bit. Maybe when we get a break, we can get back to it. But we have 709 saying Middleton over 9.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Let's take a peek at what we're looking at here. Chris Middleton, 9.5, would you say, rebounds plus assists, correct? Yeah. Got to make sure the lines are there, obviously. I mean, actually, we're on DraftKings, so we should be able to finagle the lines. I don't mind taking alt lines, guys, either. Remember that. We are on DraftKings, so if you're looking at Middleton over 9.5, we could go over whatever, you know what I mean? It doesn't have to be necessarily 9.5. It could be, like, if we go into this game, right? If we go into Bucks Nuggets, and we look at player combo stats, we could hopefully get it. I don't know if they do alternate rebounds plus assists, do they? But let's see. Alt points plus assists, rebounds plus assists. If we have rebounds plus assists, we could do an alternate, but I feel like they might not do alt points plus rebounds. As I'm saying, we could do that. Well, unless I'm missing it. But nonetheless, what I'm saying is that when we're doing some of these player props, we could totally make alternate lines here. So Middleton's hit this in 2 of his last 2 games here. The minutes were there last game against Cleveland. In terms of, let's see, we'll go last 7. We're going to look at his potential assists and then his rebound chances. 7.2 potential assists, so give him 3 or 4. We'll keep that in mind as a 3 or 4 as a 4 as a floor. And then rebound chances, 9.4, grabbing less than, so we'll go 4. So that is a floor of 8 for me. In terms of Denver against, I guess Middleton's getting the start at small forward here. Small forward, Denver last 7 games. Rebounds, middle of the pack. Nothing that would turn me off from it. But allowing the fewest assists to opposing small forwards. He already doesn't average that many potentials. I probably stick away from that one. Now, I do like Middleton. I like the matchup. I like actually a couple of, I like Lillard and Middleton's matchups in this spot tonight, even though KCP is probably going to be on Lillard. But overall, I think this one sticks out of the parlay. So 709, I just don't love it. Let's see. Jack says Sexton over in points. I think I saw a couple other Sextons here coming from Bob as well. Saw a few. Let's look into Colin Sexton because, again, like, alternate lines here too. Like, we could easily look at Colin Sexton, 15 points, something like that, if we want that in there. So let's see. X points, Colin Sexton, 15 plus. 18 plus is minus 295. What's his actual line? Isn't it 18.5 or 19.5? Actually, did the jump back up. Let's see, Colin Sexton, 20.5 now. So 18 plus would be 17.5. I don't mind that. Let's look at that for now. 18 plus. I I got something that I want to show you guys too later on in the stream. I built another sort of model. Actually, we can just jump into it now. It's really not ready to be like broadcast or given to you guys yet, as I'm still kind of tinkering with it. But this is really cool. We can plug in any game we want, and things are going to auto load, including truly some key stats that I like to focus on: the pace last 10, the defense versus position on the season, and then also the offensive breakdown versus that defense for both teams. Get a W in the chat if you think this is pretty cool. I'm trying to hopefully bring that to you guys at some point, some way that you guys can do exactly what I just did. But yeah, super, super, super cool. But anyways, let's get back to Sexton here. We have him at 17.5, which obviously has been crushing. He's hit this even in 51% of games on the year, but let's look at his last 20. He's hit it in 80%. He's playing shooting guard. Yeah, Brooklyn's defense against shooting guards. I mean, if you look at it from the season, it's going to look pretty good, I guess. But honestly, I can't really trust them defensively. He is going to get not the most favorable matchup, I guess we could say, if Mikal Bridges gets on him. If he has the Cam Thomas sort of assignment, I don't really mind that. But yeah, I mean, I don't mind Colin Sexton 18+. I don't mind 18+ whatsoever for him. Let's throw that in the poll here. A bunch of you guys said it, so let's get a poll going for this. Keep in mind when you're voting here, this now eliminates this entire game, this Brooklyn and Utah game, okay? But Sexton, I mean, the dude's been on fire. Last time he played Brooklyn, he had 27. That was just a week before Christmas. Like, don't mind it whatsoever. Really don't mind it whatsoever. Guys, make sure you're voting in that poll. Looks like this is going to be a resounding yes. Colin Sexton's like the NBA fan sort of, I guess, like what, golden child right now, because he's had like a weird kind of career, right? Like he looked good in Cleveland, then they go Garland and Mitchell, goes to Utah, kind of really like, even again, like if we look at his season here, like he kind of really had that rocky start. They made the change, gave him more minutes, boom, and the dude just ultra successfully. You're shooting 47% from the field, 34 from three, which isn't exactly what you'd like, but all right, looks like Colin Sexton's going to be our first play in the slip here. I don't mind that. Minus 295 as its own sort of thing here, but all right, let's see what we got. We can select this. Minus 500 or less. So, okay, we're fine there with that. So that one's in there as a play so far. Colin Sexton 18+. Let's go ahead and get through. I can end that poll, right? It is over. A lot of W's in the chat. This thing is pretty cool, guys. Again, like it's still working through it, but it is very cool. Like even here, Brooklyn against shooting guards, you can see as of late, they actually really haven't been all that great. Or I guess not as of late, but on the season haven't been all that great against the shooting guard position. But depends on where you're pulling your data from as well. But nonetheless, let's go ahead and get some more here. A lot of comments. All right, we'll go to Eric here. Vince Williams under 26.5 PRA. He's been under in 29 of 30 games this year, including 3 of 3 against the Kings. All right, let's jump into Vince Williams. The one concern I have is using that year-long stats. Eric and I haven't even looked at this, so I'm not calling it, a flop yet. But year-long, Vince Williams isn't going to have the benefit of the doubt, right? He just kind of got going in a sense. But let's see what we got. We're looking at points, rebounds, and assists, right? So, like, he's just started to play, not just started to, but look at where the minutes kind of upticked right through here. So if we look at this from a last 10, maybe is a better way of looking at it, he still is at the under in 5 of 10. Head-to-head here. See, he's even going to play probably more minutes than that, right? Last 10 minutes, he's averaging, where's his minutes? 33 minutes. Even the last time he played the Kings, he only played 17 minutes. Now, he's getting the start at, where are we at? Sacramento. He's getting the start at the shooting guard. He's also banged up. I don't really mind that shooting guard, spot for the Kings. Let's see. Sacramento right here. They actually cover all those categories fairly well now that surprises me, to be completely honest. Last 7, Sacramento's in the top, 5 or 6 for each of those. So, okay. Okay, that makes a little bit more sense now. I feel like you guys are watching me kind of like ping paddle with this in my brain, because the minutes, like, it haven't, like, this is a little bit more worrisome than me, these minutes. But Sacramento, for whatever reason, actually good against shooting guards. That is interesting. Let's take it a bit further, right? Let's start using this. I mean, if it bites us in the ass, it bites us in the ass. But we could start using this. I just named it the NBA matchup dashboard because there's a ton of stuff in here, but I like to be able to, this is the Sacramento versus Memphis, right? So let's look at where Sacramento should be good on the court versus Memphis's weaknesses. We're looking for green. Not much green, maybe left corner 3, but what's great about that is now we can go over to NBA.com, look at shooting by zone. We'll do last 10 games because that's what that's based on. We're going to look for, this is how we're going to be able to put this up to a vote, okay? How is Vince Williams when we're looking at left corner 3s as well as as well as corner 3s in general? So he's taken 1.2 per game, not shooting from the corner all that well, but shooting 70% from the left corner, which again, kind of a green spot there for Memphis. It's not totally green, but it's not all that terrible. And like I already told you guys, that model / dashboard build out isn't fully ready to be put into use. But screw it, let's send it to a thing because he's not taking as many as I'd like. If that was any more, right, this number, if this was any more, because he's shooting, where is it? I'm missing my tabs here. He's shooting 70%, that's bad, but only 1 per game. And from the corner overall, shooting just 20, where is it, 23, only shooting 50%. All right, let's put it to a poll. I will say it's not my most favorite under here just because of that, but let's see what we got. It's probably because I also just don't like, what do we get? 20, did you say 26 and a half? Did we have that right? 26 and a half. Probably also because I just don't really, I guess I could say, love Memphis's play, players. They're just so difficult to predict, right? So yeah, we'll see though. We can run that poll, let it go. You guys see beads of sweat dripping down me, it's because this room is hot as hell. I got 2 big lights here, and they are shining down on me. But let's see. Eric, it looks like it's going to be a close one. If it goes back and forth, it's not a resounding community slip either, right? So let's see. 54, it's going back and forth. All right, looks like it's going to be no. Eric, I'll say I don't hate it, but in terms of our community slip, it doesn't make its way into that, unfortunately. Dan says, what is this software? It's not Outlier. Hey, Outlier is great. I love Outlier. You guys know that. In fact, I'll drop an Outlier. That's the red and green lines that we're using right now. But I also love to build models and stuff if you guys don't know. Which Outlier is in, I can't say anything negative about them. Get 7 days free with this link, guys, if you want. Can't say enough about Outlier. But at the same time, sometimes you got to build some stuff too, just to stay up with it. All right, let's get to some more plays here. Again, guys, I'm just kind of jumping around in the chat, finding ones. We got Beetlejuice, has Denny Avdija over 18.5 points and rebounds. Look at his stats first, the Spurs. All right, let's do it. Over 18.5 points and rebounds. Guys, so far, if you're just tuning in, we have Colin Sexton, 18-plus points. And we have to put together some more plays. But we do have the boost over on DraftKings. So we're looking at Denny. I'm on the wrong game here. Let's see. And this is points and rebounds, so we should be able to get an alternate line here. So 18.5 points and rebounds. Let's go to the game first so we can kind of take a peek at maybe what we're looking at from an alternate line so the rest of our research sets well. And this should be a messy game with 0 defense played too, right? Like, to be honest. All right, player combos. Points and rebounds. We're looking for alternate or X plus, right? So alternate points plus assist. What do we got? Alternate points, rebounds, and assists. Alternate points and rebounds. So Denny Avdija here. Maybe we'll look at 16 plus. That's the number we'll use because it's kind of right in that. What are we doing here? We don't need this bonus on for this. But it's kind of right in that wheelhouse is what we're looking for. Because already this is a +1, minus 123. If we go and put that 50% on it, we're already looking at plus 122 in this parlay. Like, come on, you can't really beat that for 2 plays. But all right, let's knock this down to 15.5 and see what we got here. So you said look at the Spurs. A lot of green against the Spurs, including one just about 10 days ago. He went for 16. How many rebound chances? So you said over 18.5 points and rebounds. So if we look at the points here, the field goal attempts have been there against the Spurs. In his last 10, 9, 8. So it's kind of gone up and down. But, if he shoots 8 times, he's going to make 4 of those. That's already 8 points, bare minimum, right? So I don't mind that. Getting 4.2 attempts at the line in his last 10. Getting the start at the small forward position. We look at outlier here. They're allowing plenty of rebounds to the small forward, which you like to see. But now I want to see how many rebound chances he's getting. 10 rebound chances. So that should be like 5 to 6, 4 to 6, I would say, rebounds, meaning he only needs like 10 to 13 points. And from a points perspective, it's exactly what he's been doing. And for decent odds for 16 plus, right? So we took that alternate line. I was kind of doing that math at 18. Not a bad spot here. This could be pick number 2 here. Let's get a poll up. I know I'm going to probably misspell his name wrong in here, but let's see what we got there. I definitely misspelled his name. Don't kill me. But guys, while we take that little break to run the poll, make sure you guys go ahead and hit that like button, hit the subscribe button if you are new. We post multiple NBA videos. I mean, we post one every single day, guaranteed. Usually more than one a day. And we do a live stream here every single Monday around this time. Just kind of looking at the NBA slate, building prize pick slip, building a bunch of different stuff. So go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe if you are new as we let this poll run out. Make sure you guys are voting on the poll as well. It's completely anonymous. If you're watching on your phone, turn it vertical and hit vote so we know the direction that we are rolling in here. Would be much appreciated. And this one looks like it's going to end in a yes. Okay. So I don't mind this whatsoever. This is what we have so far. Plus 122 right now as well. That's pretty damn good. Pretty damn good. But guys, yeah. Plenty of people in the stream. Let's see. I got the numbers here. Looks like there's 350 plus in the stands, but only 60 likes. Damn. Guys, go ahead and hit that like button if you have not yet. All right. Let's see. Ralph says, I wrote a paragraph, bro. Skip. Guys, we're doing our best here on the, we're doing our best in terms of keeping up with the chat, truly. So, Ralph, if you said even that or I missed it, but my bad there. If you guys look at the chat, imagine trying to get to every single one of them. It's not that easy, right? Let's see. Shout out to TV donating the $5. Shout out to you, my man. Again, another donation. Appreciate the hell out of that. It's one way of getting your comment to be seen too. But shout out to you, man. Right, this is what we have so far, guys. You guys are asking what are the picks. So we have Colin Sexton, 18 plus. Can we make this a little bit bigger? Colin Sexton, 18 plus points. And then we have Denny Avdija, 16 plus rebounds plus assists there. Hopefully that makes it a little easier for you guys. And I do, yeah. I mean, I'm trying to get to the content, guys. And especially, I feel terrible when, like, I see... if I read someone else's and you're like, oh, that's my pick. Like, I already said that. It's like, damn. Trying my best. We're skipping through. We got so many comments. Let's see. Dan says, what was the Vince Williams line? It was PRA under 26.5. It didn't make its way into our final spot here, though, unfortunately. But let's keep it going here, guys. Go ahead and drop your comments. And again, if I miss it, feel free to ask again. Just don't spam it or anything like that. But yeah, you can go ahead and ask it again or drop it again, just to hope that I see it. But just don't spam. All right. Sniffy, Jared Allen rebounds. Do we want over or under? What are we looking at there? That could make its way into something that we're looking at because we don't have that game yet, right? Just right now, we just have Utah and the Nets, so no more plays in that game. And then Wizards and Spurs, no more plays in that game. All right, let's see. Jared Allen over 10.5 rebounds. I see a few people saying it. So let's dig into Jared Allen. Again, we don't even need his full. Keep the alternate lines in mind. I don't mind you guys using, like, to convey your message, the regular lines, because, like, no kidding, that's actually probably easier. But, you know, we'll take those and kind of look at this. For example, we'll go to rebounds, and if we find Jared Allen X rebounds, like we might look at Jared Allen for 10 plus instead of that, 10, where do we got him at? 10.5. I mean, is it really that worth it? Maybe at that point we just take the 10.5. But to my point, I guess is what I'm saying is, we don't need full lines, but that 10 plus for 220 versus 160, that's just one rebound. I really don't mind that. But let's look into it. Jared Allen, last 7 games, averaging 20.7 rebound chances, grabbing 60% of those. So looking pretty good, right? That's 12 rebounds. In terms of Clippers, centers allowing rebounds here, Clippers are playing well against centers in the last 7, but Zubac is out, right? So Zubac is, or at least I believe I don't know if he's confirmed. Yeah, he's out still. All right, here. So Mason Plumlee, though that guy is obviously still big and strong, Jared Allen's been kind of dominant in it. Not dominant, but a line in which that I'm really not afraid of him grabbing 11 boards, right? Look at that. Last time he played them, but that was a year from today. He only had 8, but he had 20 last season as well. He's been crushing this as of late. I think this one can make its way to the poll because I like what it kind of does to the odds too. Plus 298, plus 199 without the boost. But again, we have this profit boost right here. But, all right, let's send this one to a poll. I like that. If we keep at this pace, guys, we'll be able to do maybe 2 parlays or 1 or 2. But, yeah, we'll see. What did we say? I forget everything right away. Allen over 10.5 rebounds. I like that call. Definitely do not mind that. Keep in mind, I see Nathan with a good point here, guys. Keep in mind as you're voting, Evan Mobley is back. Now, if he's back, he's still game time decision, right? That's got to be a few rebounds to go his way. So if we pop this up, it's a really good call by Nathan there. So Evan Mobley, right? With Evan Mobley, Jared Allen hasn't gotten as many rebounds. On the year, he's stayed under that line more often than not. Now, if it's a community slip, I still like it because he's in the rhythm and Mobley is coming back from a long-term out. Like, I really don't think it matters all that much right now. Like, if there's any game that Allen's not going to be affected by it that much, it's going to be the first game back, right? But if we think we'd rather an alternate line here, we could. So just to play with the odds. So right now we're looking at plus 298 or plus 199. If we take away this 10.5 and look at, say, Jared Allen 8 plus, it jumps it to plus money still. Or this 10, it jumps it to where's our boost? It jumps it to plus 251. That's 1 rebound less. A lot of people are saying, all right, so we'll end this. Jared Allen's making its way into the slip because that's a unanimous yes from you guys, okay? But what we'll do is we're going to figure out which line we like more. We could play it safe. But we're going to figure out if we like we'll run another poll for 10 plus or 8 plus. I think based on that comment by Nathan, shout out to you, man. It's probably worth considering just bumping it down at least a little bit to go ahead and see what we got. So we're running a poll now for Jared Allen. He's in. The guys, you can fade that spot on your slip all you want. But the whole point of what we do here is to get plays and then go ahead and run the poll and see what we got, right? So it's like, he made it. 75% of you guys like it. I know there's the vocal minority that doesn't, but let's see what we got because even 8 plus is a little bit safer, right? And it looks like that's going to win. All right. I feel like that's at least a fair compromise to the people that are like, I don't like that spot. Now, it takes us from a, plus 126 to plus 159 spot here, but Jared Allen 8 plus rebounds is going to be the one that we throw in there. Because even with Mobley, if we look at Allen 7.5, let's see if we can do that on Outlier here. It still is risky-ish, but he's done it more than not, right? He's at 8 and 9 a couple times. So you guys can go ahead and fade it on yours if you want. But again, we're running the polls here. We're trusting the polls. AKA, if a poll is 75% yes, it's how we got to run it. You know what I mean? It's how we got to run it. All right, let's keep this train going, guys. We have 3 picks that I do like. And again, Mobley's just coming back and maybe not even coming back, right? He's still a game time decision. All right. Got to skip ahead. You guys want me to redo the poll? Hey, that information, you could have changed. That poll was up there long enough. I think over 7.5 is doable even without Mobley. Daryl says, are you doing all the games? We're probably going to put together a 4 or 5 person play. Maybe we jump into a second parlay if we have time. We'll probably stay on here for another, half hour, 45 minutes, hour, something like that. But we're not going to I don't think we're going to put together a 12, or I guess it would be 6. I guess, no, it would be 12 games, dummy. I'm so stupid. Can't do math. But yeah, we're probably not going to put together a 12-leg parlay. We could for a lottery, but I don't know about that. But, let's see. Skipping ahead in the chat a little bit so we can kind of get up to date here. We got Liam saying, check out DiVincenzo over 14.5. 14.5, is it his points line? So that would be, let's see, 15 plus for DiVincenzo. Dante, where are you at, Dante? Did I miss you? 15 plus for DiVincenzo. And no Randall in that, so that's obviously a good spot to consider. And we got to bump this down to 14.5 because that's what we got. So I don't think we're going to have much. Yeah, Julius Randle hasn't missed any games this year. But the minutes weren't consistent for him there. It's going to be tough to judge this one, I think. Against Charlotte, still blowout potential even without Randall, right? This one doesn't jump off the page to me, to be completely honest. Just because I don't know how much the field goal attempts are going to be there, but he's kind of coming to his. I'm on the fence on this one. To be honest, Liam. So it's not a tough one or a bad one, but I just don't think it. Maybe we bank this one, come back to it if we need it. That's what I'll say. We got Tassos in the building here. He says Valanciunas points plus rebounds. Not like I bet props or anything. Shout out to Tassos. Drop a Tassos in the chat if you guys love Tassos parlays videos. But let's look into Valanciunas. It is one of our final plays for the NBA video that we posted today. Don't need to watch that ad, but let's get to our final plays here. Actually, not one of them, but it's 22.5 PRA we took. But we can look at his points and rebounds here. I almost typed Tassos right here. It's like Tassos averaging a triple-double on the year. All right, let's see. Points plus rebounds is 20.5. We go, what do you say, 20? Did someone else say 20 plus too? I think I saw a couple people say this earlier in the chat. So let's see what number we can get here. But this is already, again, Dante DiVincenzo, I don't mind. Maybe we come back to it. Maybe. But let's get to the Celtics and Pelicans game. So we're looking at points plus rebounds. Right now we have Valanciunas over 20.5. Do we need that, or could we go alternate and see what we got here? Because we already have these 3. Valanciunas 18 plus maybe? Is that too low? Do we just go 20 plus at that point? 10 and 10, maybe a little bit more. That boosts the odds big time to plus 359 with the boost, plus 258 without it. Rebound chances for the dude. We know that's going to be there, right? 16.9 rebound chances, grabbing 56, averaging just under 10 rebounds in his last 10. But again, it doesn't really look like the Celtics are going to be fully healthy at the center position. If we go to the injury report here, Kristaps' game time decision, so is Al Horford, so is Luke Cornett. In fact, let's refresh this. Maybe we have some more news on it. Tasso's getting some love in the chat. Shout out to you, my man. Yeah, no, doesn't look like we have much of an update on that. Let's throw this to a poll. I mean, how can we fade anything Tassos throws our way, right? Like, that's absolutely crazy. But again, I keep reminding you guys, every time we throw up a poll, as I type it out, that's a time for you guys to hit the like button, because you're about to hit the like button, and then the poll's gonna be right there, right? If you think I'm spelling this name right, Valency. I mean, I'm not. I gave up. Like, I didn't even try to spell it right. See what we got. Start that poll. But yeah, guys, hit that like button. Act like that like button's your bookie. I tell you guys that all the time, right? It's your bookie. He's asking for the money, and you're like, you know what, dude? Boom. And run. Not if he's paying you. Don't punch him if he's paying you. Shout out to everyone that's tuning in. That is a new subscriber as well. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button as well, not just the like button. Tassos looks like you're getting some love here. Beetlejuice asking you questions now. Yeah, that Prince one was an absolute kick in the you-know-what. Yeah, Nathan, Embiid is out. All right, Tassos, looks like you got your wish. Jonas Valanciunas, we're going 20 plus in this spot. But yeah, 86 votes, that's enough to poll, right? And again, it is also, like, I can't deny it. It's one of my my final plays for the NBA plays today. These are the ones that we're rolling with in terms of our 5 plays. This is split into a half unit, betting Luka's under. Am I crazy? Probably betting Luka's under. It's absolutely absurd to do that, but the line's so inflated. All right, guys, let's get some more plays in here. So we have, let's see, we'll flash it back up. So far, we are looking at Colin Sexton, Denny Avdija, Jared Allen. Actually, you know what? Why am I so dumb? Don't answer that. Don't answer that. But we can add these in, and I can send you the outlier slip so you guys can easily plug it in yourself if you do want to on any of the sportsbooks that it's offered on. Now, we're putting a lot of combo props here, so it's probably going to be a prize picks only, but we shall see. So let's see. But if you guys want to get this in there and make sure that you have, I guess, exactly what we're rolling with so far, I'll just send you it in the chat right now. And what was our last one? I'm missing one. Denny. Was that 15 or 6? 16 plus. Points plus rebounds. All right, so we got the 5 in here. I believe this is going to work pretty easily, so copy link. This is not the final one, but this is what we have so far if you guys do want to check it out. So it's going to open up like this. You should see this, and then you guys can see where they're available. So actually, these are available so far. Yeah, it looks like they're available on both books, FanDuel and DraftKings so far everywhere. So not bad to look at that, right? But yeah, you can figure out which sportsbook you want, and if you click it, it should throw it in right there for you. So another perk of Outlier, guys. I'll throw another Outlier link in the chat here because this thing is just a goated tool. If you guys do want to check it out, feel free to. That's another thing you can share your bets with your buds. Perfect time to ask that question, Mike. Jonathan's saying, loving the channel, you're killing it. Yeah, we are having a really decent last month or so. Grind doesn't stop here, but yeah, we're gonna put in a lot of effort, continue to put an effort into these videos on the daily basis because you guys are sound so corny. You guys are so worth it. We hit 50K a week ago today. We're already on the road to 54K. Pumping some damn crowd noise. Come on now. All right, let's keep the ball rolling here. Final round, Dylan Brooks over 35.5 points. Oof. Over the course of the season. Shout out to Final Round tuning in. What's up, Jordan? All right, let's see what else we got here. So, boom, boom, boom. What do we got? What do we got? Brunson over 25.5 points. That could be one meta. I don't. Let's take a peek at what we got from Brunson. It may not have to be 25.5, even though I do think he's gonna have a good game, but it might not have to be his full 25. It could go 20. Let's see what the odds are too, because yeah, look at his points line is crazy juiced. Let's see what he's done without Randall. So he's gone 25. All right, so I was gonna say we can maybe even go lower, but can we go lower? Like 25.5. I was gonna say it's already like 5 below his normal line. Turns out it's even more below it. Let's see, because it might just be it could be a good spot, but it might just be even that it's 450. We already have a 550. In fact, does that make us not eligible for the bonus, or it is? Let's see. I want to see what we got here for terms. Collapse. Let's see. I guess it is if it's for a parlay, right? It's just got to be over that. So I don't know. It's like Brunson's line's too inflated. So you know what? I think we pass it. Meta. I don't mind Brunson having a good night. No kidding, right? Who would think that? But it's just too inflated for me. Like 20, you could have 25 points and it's still a really good number and a really good game. Oh, people are liking Brunson. All right, well, you know what? I'm a man of the people, right? I'm a man of the people. We're running it to a poll. It just seems super, super high to me. But it's Brunson. Like I said, like he easily get cashes. Easily. But it's almost like he's the obvious answer. Oh, Julius Randle's out. Brunson's going to go off. It's a neck and neck pull. It's a neck and neck pull. I think it's gotta be like 55 plus for us. Yes, and it's not. It's yes is falling behind here. All right, Brunson stays off. Like that is such a hard one. Like it's a fine call. It really is a fine call. But it's just tough. Brunson over 2.5 3-pointers made. I see in the chat from Dan the Man. Let's take a peek at that. That could be interesting. So let's see, without Randall, hasn't looked all that great 3-point wise, but Charlotte allows plenty of threes. In fact, let's whip out our handy dandy notebook. Charlotte, right corner they struggle at, and above the break they struggle at. So let's take a peek at Brunson here, because that could be a way that we utilize Brunson without having to lay that massive number. But I also don't want to get too like tunnel vision on Brunson. So if this doesn't check out, or if we send it to a poll, anything like that, we may not have to even worry about him. You know what I mean? All right, so we're looking at field goal attempts from the right corner. Brunson shoots 44% from there, 44% from the corner in general. This is the last 10 as well. Above the break, he's not terrible at. Like, above the break, he's their second best 3 shooter, shooting nearly 6%. And we want, let's see, 2023, forget without Randall. Head-to-head against them without Randall, he's hit a decent amount. This has blow-up potential as well, but, guys, what if we over 1.5 for him, right? That's like minus 4-ish hundred, but let's see what that does to the line here. If we look at over, if he just needs to hit 2+ for us, now we might be talking, and we still get our Brunson fix. So that takes us from, let's see, our play at 258, plus 258, to plus 342. Okay, that's interesting. Let's see this. We're gonna run this through a poll, I guess. Let's see that. Because the one concern could be that it's and actually right as we're doing this, this game gets okay. So I think I see in the chat here LaMelo might have just got ruled out. All right, that might be why they're removing this, because right now everything just disappeared. But I have a feeling like Brunson's might still be there, right? Maybe Bueller. So we'll see, but let's come back to that Brunson once they bring the lines up. We'll leave that in there for now because it looks like that could be the spot. That might be the move, I guess. Dan, you say do what you want. It's your channel. What do you think is best? Nah, but this is building a slip together. How often can you get near 500 brains in a room in a sense and put together a parlay? Like, that's pretty cool to me. So that's what we're doing. I know I can have the final say, but my plays are up there on the channel already. You know what I mean? Like what I like today. So I like doing a little bit of a community slip here for everyone. People like Brunson. So let's see if that comes back. Because again, we're kind of missing these plays right now. But let's move on to some other ones. All right. Looks like that Brunson one. 73% of you guys like it, so it might stay in there. We'll see when it gets back. All right, Nathan, who may have saved us knocking down that Jared Allen line a little bit, says Damian Lillard over in points. He always goes crazy against Murray. Is that true? Let's see. If so, I don't mind it. I kind of talked about that at the beginning of my video too, right? He's averaging 20. Okay, maybe he does go crazy. Maybe he does go. Are you guys seeing this? 44, 34, 40, 31 his last 4 games against Jamal Murray. I see Dan saying nobody can stop 500 degenerates. Now, ain't that the truth? Damn, okay, this Dame one could look pretty good. Do we have this game available? We did Colin Sexton, Danny Avdija, boom. All right, we got it available still. Guys, a reminder, we're in the same game parlay, so if we put any plays that were in the same game, unfortunately, you can't do that because it becomes a same game parlay. But player points, what do we like for Dame if we look into this? 25 plus, I guess? Why not, right? What's his actual line? I think it's like 25 and a half. Yeah, so let's take a peek. That was that looked pretty damn good. He does go off against Murray, so good call, Nathan. And I talked about it in the video earlier today. I do think that everyone's gonna love Giannis because the one weakness of the I guess I can't even think of my words. The one weakness of the Nuggets is sort of that interior defense, even though you wouldn't necessarily think that. If we flash this up, this on the right side here, you have Milwaukee taking on Denver. This is last 10 shooting, like Denver, 72% here at the restricted area. Dame Lillard ain't bad at the restricted area, but let's go ahead and dive in here. Let's see. Deshaun says no Brunson. So as of right now, let's see. Do they put it back on there? It's back. So they took that down for a second. Brunson is still on there. So right now we have, actually, I got to add that to the thing for us. Good call. But Jalen Brunson's still in there. 73% of the votes said yes. And if he's going to chase numbers, even if he does, I don't mind him hitting 1.5 threes. You know what I mean? 1.5 threes, I don't mind whatsoever. But all right, we're looking at Damian Lillard here. How many do we have? We have 6. Do we really need to keep going more and more? We have 6 plays. Now we got a question here. Do we go 7? Like, do we really put together something for every game? Do we just go lottery style? Because that's... that seems like silly, but I don't know. Anyways, let's look into Dame. Now I'm like, well, do we just enter this as a 6-player parlay for plus 872, or do we go farther? Let me start a poll for that. Like, we can start another one. Again, we have like 40 minutes before I'll jump off. Something just removed too. What did we lose? Jared Allen got closed. That probably means we got news on Mobley. But all right. We're working on the poll here. What should we do with this? Do we drop? Do we just say, you know what? Call it, boom? Or do we keep going through? Let's see. Did we get this back yet? Jared Allen. So did he get ruled in? Or, let's see. Did Mobley get ruled in or ruled out? Trending towards playing. So it's probably good. Probably good that we did that. Did we get news on Mitchell? Was that what that was? Mitchell still game time decision. Okay, so I don't know why they closed that, but some of these odds changed. Still 878. All right. All right, looks like we're placing this one and starting another. We're going to start it off with Damian Lillard, okay? So let's plate this. We'll just throw, I mean, it's 878. Why don't we throw 10 to win? I mean, this is, oh, it's a max wager. Okay, that makes sense. All right, so for that, it's a max wager plus 878. It is placed, and it is psycho. So that is the first one. I'll pin this message. You guys have it. That is the first one we created. I am going to go ahead and try and tweet this out now. So let's open this up. See what we got. And we'll get a nice stream link in here as well. Let's see. I have to go get that though, don't I? I don't even have my own stream link. All right. We'll tweet that. I'm going to put it in the chat here, guys. Go show it some love there. But let's start with, let's start now. Let's start over. Go show that some love over on X. Follow me there as well. But all right, let's jump back in. This one is now placed for great odds. We got the boost on it as well. But let's start over here, and we're looking at Damian Lillard, right? For player points, 25 plus is the first one that we were looking at. All right, let's begin. Let's start this process over. So again, we have that link in there for the first one if you guys want to do it. I am going to now clear all of these. And let's begin. Starting off with Dame. 25 plus is what we're looking at, right? So move this down just a bit. He's hit it in 5 of his last 10, but 3 of his last 5. Denver against point guards. I think he's gonna get the KCP treatment, which isn't a matchup that I'm fond of, but Damian Lillard is Damian freaking Lillard. And again, kind of a big thing here is what we're looking at here, right? Like these teams. Now that was with Portland. So let's send this to a quick poll. Damian Lillard 25 plus. If we don't like it, we don't like it. But that way we can kind of, I guess, move on a little bit from it, right? Got to end the current poll that had 1 million votes because I forgot to end it. Guys, make sure you're smashing that like button too. I can see how many people are in here, as can you, and how many people have liked it. That just means you guys think I'm a fraud. You hate me. You fade me, which is what it says on my shirt. Go ahead and hit that like button. Damian Lillard, again, we're kind of looking at what he's done recently. Like, let's make this bigger. Look at this. This is what he's done recently. But you notice that difference right there, right? Portland. You notice that. Little bit of a different team, if I do say so myself. Now, do we still have Giannis kind of as a game time decision? He's playing Denver. You know he's going to play, right? He ain't no Embiid. Let's run this poll. We'll do a stopwatch like we've done before. Stopwatch, we're doing a timer, I guess. We'll run this poll for 45 seconds. Well, actually, we'll run it for 44 seconds because that's how many points Damian Lillard last dropped against Jamal Murray. Damian Lillard, 20. It's not asking a lot from him, even with Giannis. But I see the yes and the no side of it. Again, if it's going to be a yes, it's got to be 55% or more because I really want it to be like a consensus type pick, which this is threading the needle right now. 58% say yes, Damian 25 plus. And like I keep telling you guys too, like if you don't like the play, just keep it off your slip. You know what I mean? Like we're building one that majority rules on these streams, but if you don't like it, you don't have to do it. It's fun to ride with it, but these are 6-man, 5-man parlays anyways. Like you should be doing it for fun in the first place, you know? Like we shouldn't be going into this expecting these to absolutely cash. But when they do. All right. So looks like Damian Lillard is gonna get the go. 25 plus over 24 and a half. I don't mind it, guys. I know some people were not really a fan of that or anything like that, but I don't mind it. Dan says I gotta make a Twitter account. You don't have to make it. You don't have to. If you guys do have a Twitter account, then you know what? Follow me there. Again, we just posted this. Go check it out. We just posted. I put it in the chat if you guys saw it. All right, where was I? Damian Lillard. All right, that's added. Now we got to get this added here. Minus 160. Let's see. Covington. I just put my Twitter in the. We'll post this again if you guys want it because I know. I guess that's old. That is the post that we just built as a community together. No, Dame is not on the other slip. So this is the first slip. Dame not on Dame. Dame is the first one on the second slip. This is where it gets confusing because usually we like to make one slip, but like when we have time, we have time. Now we have a half hour left, maybe. This is the first one, all right? But anyways, all right, let's jump back in here. And, all right, so what else we got here? It's fine if you guys are fading. I see a lot of people fading the Dame pick, but 1% of people said, you know what, I'm going to ride with it. Majority rules. I get it, though. I'm fine. I'm totally fine with us putting together something. And you guys, it's almost like, I mean, not to get on a rant here, but like the videos I post every day for the NBA, right? I'm giving you what I like and what I'm doing. You don't have to do it. You know what I mean? Like I'm not going to take credit for your wins, as will I not say, you know, oh man, sorry you lost because of me, because I'm not forcing your hand. Same thing with this. If you guys like something, let's roll. Let's go. Let's have some fun. If you don't like it, I'm not offended. You know, I'm just following some percentages on a screen. All right. We'll get to a few more here. We have Charlie, Victor Wembanyama over 25.5. Is that points? Is that where his points line has been at? Because we don't need to go total. We can maybe go, I type in Wemby. Let's see, where's his points line? Points 25.5. We could even, let's see if we can move this down. Because again, we're on DraftKings, so we can get some alternate lines that may be a little bit more favorable, I guess. If we get 20 plus for Wemby, that could be a good spot, but are the odds just going to absolutely toast us? That's my question. Minus 450 is not great. Let's do some digging in before we decide that. So obviously, if it's 24.5, he's hit this a lot less as opposed, but he's landed on 24 3 times. He had 24 against Washington too. That was a week and a half or so. Against centers, outlier on the season 30th, so they're allowing the most points to centers. As of late in their last 7 here, 1, 2, 3, they're still allowing a lot of points. 25 plus looks better in terms of odds because that turns this from minus 102 with a 20 plus to a already plus 160. And I like the matchup, and we've heard them say Wembanyama is going to play more and more, right? Let's send this one to a vote. I like this spot. I've seen Wemby from a few people in the chat too, so apologies if I missed yours. All right, we got 3 options for this one. It's got to win outright. Well, obviously, it's a poll. One of these has to win outright. That was pretty dumb. But we gave a little second opinion there for 20 plus. Again, we're going to build as big of a parlay as we kind of want, so we could do 20 and make up for it somewhere else along the way. But let's see. To flash up the odds again. So as of right now, just to give you a taste as to what we're looking at, we have Dame. Plus 160 would be 25 plus with Wemby. 20 plus goes to minus 102. Even if we throw any other person in here, it's going to get into plus money pretty soon. So just keep that in mind. But let's see what we got here, because technically speaking, it looks like it's going to be a prop. Now, is it going to be 25 plus or is it going to be 20 plus? That, my man, or my mamette, women, is the question. Let's run this for a few more votes. It looks like it's going to be 20 plus, which I don't mind, guys. Again, minus 102, the minute we put something else in this parlay, it's going to be fine, right? Yes is making a late surge for 25 plus. Do we really have to go back to this? We'll go 25 because that's what we're looking at. We really have to drop another stopwatch. I love the stopwatch. But right now we have 37% of the votes saying do 20 plus and 34 saying go 25 plus. Looks like no isn't going to get the win. So right now, this is coming down to the wire. If you have not voted yet, you get 10 seconds. Get your votes in. This is entertaining. This is entertaining me. I'm clicking end poll right when this ends. End poll. What did we land at? What did we land at there? 36 to 35. That was electric. That was electric. All right, we're going to go with 20 plus, guys. It's safer. It's not the biggest of deals. It really isn't. But all right, so far we got Dame and Victor Wembanyama over 20 right here. So what we got so far. All right, let's keep it rolling here. Now, Damian Lillard, by the way, I already see Campbell saying Jokic under 27.5. So, unfortunately, while I don't really mind that, Damian Lillard's already in this slip, and we have the Bucks-Nuggets game already there. So, if we were to go and look at any other pick, we'll just use this game for an example and take an under here, it's going to negate our parlay and say, hey, you can't do that because it's the same game parlay. So, we can't look at any more Bucks-Nuggets or Wizards-Spurs props. Let's see. Wojtek Novak, I doubt I'm saying that right, but I don't mind D'Angelo Russell over 17.5 points. That was one of our picks, so on our plays today, I like his over in threes. Let's see, because he's been balling. The dude's heard trade talks, and he's like, all right. All right, let's do it. So 17.5, so it'd pretty much be 18 plus. So let's adjust accordingly here. He's been crushing, guys. He's been absolutely crushing. Houston against point guards have been, I guess, okay on the season. Let's see where they've been, I guess, overall. So they're definitely covering point guards well. If we kind of take a peek at this, which, again, this is a work in progress dashboard sheet that I'm working on. But you can see left corner threes, above the break threes, kind of where Houston struggles. If we kind of look at D'Angelo Russell's shot type, right? That might be interesting to look at here. So D'Angelo Russell averaging a bunch of that. The most points, most shots that he takes are above the break threes, which we just kind of showed you is sort of a point of potential goodness there. So I don't mind this spot for him whatsoever. He's gonna get probably Van Vliet, who not a bad defender but undersized compared to Russell. And if we throw this in, let's see what it does to the odds. That's always something worth considering, right? Like, what is this going to make our bet look like? If it doesn't jump it up anything or anything like that, what's the point? So Russell, we're looking at Points. So he could go 15 plus or 18 plus. 15 plus puts it at plus 172 with this 3-man so far. 18 plus jumps this to plus 245. That's pretty damn good. All right, let's run that poll just like that again. Actually, let's just do the 18 plus because I don't mind that. I don't mind it. We don't need to start putting all these alternate lines in there, right? Like alternate lines in the poll. Obviously, we have alternate lines in general. This poll is moving around. Moving around. And it looks like it's most likely going to be a D'Angelo Russell 18 plus, which that jumps us into some damn good odds. Let's see. Well, Nathan, I mean, that's kind of how we gotta, like, it's gotta get to the poll after we have as much information as possible too, you know what I mean? So like that should influence the plays when we look at the stats and whatnot. But all right, it looks like D'Angelo's gonna make its way in here. All right, so now that game is also off the board. Let me add this into this. And I like his threes tonight. That's a play that I have in my spot here. Look at him in the last few games here. 3+3s from him has been great. The volume has also been there as of late, so that's one of the spots that I do like if you need a pivot or if you like it a little bit more, I guess. But yeah, so far we're looking at Damian Lillard 25 plus points, Victor Wembanyama 20 plus points, and then D'Angelo Russell 18 plus points. So all points so far. But you see how we already quickly kind of got that bread back with D'Angelo Russell going in there at minus 135 versus the Victor Wembanyama hole that we needed to make going from 25 to 20. Bob says Murray over 2.5 threes. Well, Jamal Murray, if that's who you're talking about, we can't put him in there because we already have Dame in this game, unfortunately. All right, let's scroll ahead in the comments a little bit. It's fine if you guys want to fade it. I see some people not really loving it. All right, let's see. We got a few people talking Shea. Is that Shea under 6.5 rebounds? Is that what his line is at? Shea's line is at 6.5. Where's he at? Shea, Gilgeous-Alexander under. Okay, so it's an alt line. All right, let's see. Let's throw this in there. The odds we like. Rebound chances for Shea as of late. Only 8.4, grabbing just nearly more than half of those. Timberwolves against the point guards as of late. #1 team rebounds. Like what we have here. This I have a feeling this is a paste it, copy and paste yes spot. Chuck, we have Colin Sexton's points in the first one. So the one that the comment that's pinned to this chat here, Colin Sexton's points is in that first one. If you wanna take a peek at that. Beetle, you get the credit for that one. Meta's giving you the credit. That looks damn good, right? Let's look at him as of late, though. We didn't even look at his trends, but, I mean, the matchup looks like it screams great. He's come close, but he's been under in plenty of games. We'll let this run. We'll let this one run just a little bit longer, but yeah, under 6.5. Like I see Nathan saying, no way he gets 6 boards. He could get 6 and still cash this. No, he gets 7 though, right? But his normal line is 5.5. Yeah, but we're going alt right here, minus 280, and this jumps his parlay already up to plus 365. This has been hovering right around 60. We'll let the few more votes get in. Right now, 76 votes. See if we can get 80 votes in there, and then we'll call it. 80 votes, 60-40. All right. Shea is also in there. I like that spot. Like them being a great team, rebounding overall, whole season, third. And then if we look at it from last 7, the number 1 team in preventing rebounds to them. Yeah, I like that. He stayed under in his games against them this season as well. And the only times that he's gone over, he's had 7. Good spot. Definitely good spot. All right, so that game is now off the board as well, right? Timberwolves, OKC, Lakers, Rockets, Wizards, Spurs, Nuggets, Bucks. What else we got here, guys? And I know I'm missing a lot of comments. I know I'm missing a lot of comments, guys, but feel free to ask it again if I miss it. Just don't spam. Golden Child says, Porzingis, 6.5 rebounds. Is Porzingis ruled in? He's still... Okay, so Porzingis just got ruled out, it looks like, right here. That looks like it's just recent. He's active at shoot-around, but that said he was ruled out. Let's see. Is that... Porzingis ruled out, Golden Child. Interesting. Active at shoot-around, ruled out. Let's see. 709 says Kawhi over 9.5 rebounds plus assists. Do you guys remember what was it? Was it a few nights back? Maybe like a week ago? Kawhi, 9.5 assists is one of my favorite plays of the 9.5 rebounds plus assists, and he hit it in the first half and went on to go ahead and just absolutely crush just overall. But I can't. Let's see. I can't find him. Maybe he's not. Okay, there he is. But yeah, he hit that with both lines. He cashed in the first half and hit it with both lines. So 9.5 rebounds plus assists. He's hit in 7 of his last 10. The matchup here against Cleveland. Let's see. Do we have him in at power forward or do we have him in at small? Power forward, I would assume, obviously. Yes. So Cleveland has looked like they've been struggling rebound-wise against power forwards and struggling assist-wise against power forwards. That's why it's important to recent trends as well, right? Because look, this is... Actually, was that struggling or allowing plenty? Yeah, green. So look at this is them on the season. Way, way better, right? Then all of a sudden, we look at last 7. By the way, talk to the guys at Outlier. I think we're going to put some timetables on this. They were excited about that one. But don't mind this whatsoever. Do we have this game available or do we take something in this game? No, that was the last slip. So yeah, this game is good to go if we want to roll with something like that. Let's see what we got. Kawhi from a volume perspective here. So 12 rebound chances per game, grabbing 60% of those. So right around 7, right? So let's say 6 as a floor. And then potential assists, 6.4, averaging 4. So he's getting 80% of those, but you can't always account for that. So right now I do think that we have a floor of 9. A floor of 9 here in what should be a close game. Let's see. If he plays, say, 35 minutes on the year, he's cashes in 50, but in his last 10, 6 of his last 10. Let's send this to a vote. I do not mind it, but the more and more I've dug in, the more I think that's such a sharp line. That being said, we could do alternate lines, right? Like if this is 8, I really don't mind it, but I don't think we can get the alternate rebounds plus assists, can we? I think it was just points, rebounds, and then... Yeah, all right, let's send this to a vote anyways, because I really don't mind it. Like, it's not something I'm like, hex, get away type of crap, but let's see what we got. The second one is what we have on the screen right now, Billy. So we have Damian Lillard, 25 plus points. That takes care of the Bucks Nuggets game. We can't put anything else in that game. Victor Wembanyama, 20-plus points. That takes care of the Wizards and Spurs game. D'Angelo Russell, 18-plus points. And then Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, under 6.5 rebounds. Yeah, I had a feeling this Kawhi one was going to be like a good look here because I really don't mind it. I think he's got a floor of 9. My problem is, does he stick at that floor? You'd think not in a game that should be, very, back and forth / close, right? This one looks like it's going to win. All right. I think we might try and get one more play in here. One more play. This one's already plus 744. This one's got some bigger cojones than the last one, right? But all right, let's add this in, guys. This is not the final one yet, but I'm sending you a link so you can follow along with it. So if you guys do want to ride with it, but we're still going to try and add one more, okay? But this will open it up into a view just like this, that you guys can see where this is all available. So it looks like 4 of the 5 are on FanDuel, 5 of the 5 DraftKings. The rest, you're not getting the best of spots there in terms of not being available. But that's so you guys can plug it in and roll with it. But we're looking for one more play now, okay? One more play now. Maybe we go ahead and start looking at plays when we hit, I guess, what are we at right now? 520 people in the building, only 233 likes. Let's see if we can get 300 likes. Let's see if we can get 300 likes. No easy task, but let's see if we can get there. One play left. You only get one shot. Do not miss your... No copyright. I can't be that good at singing, right? In the meantime, keep dropping your plays in the comments. I'm trying to keep up with the comments here. I know I've been bouncing around from so many, but guys, I mean... These eyes only move so fast. You guys are absolutely crushing it in the comments. So it's a good problem to have that I can't keep up with the chat. But we do our best, right? But anyways, let's pop up at least what we have so far so we could see it. So what do we got? This is what we have so far. Now, that means this game, this game, this game, this game, and this game are off the table, okay? We can't put any more in there. So we have plenty of games still available. It's a big NBA slate. But these are the games that are off the table thus far. Looks like that Kawhi one is obviously sticking around, right? Nice. All right, we're gonna find a couple more here. So I don't mind this coming in from Eric. This is on one of my picks today, and this could be a spot in which I like the final one. And by the way, guys, obviously we can't get to everyone's comments. I was just talking about the comment section. If you guys like spots and whatnot, like, feel free to be reading what other people are doing and that type of thing, because you guys might have some great spots and great finds that I just don't even see, unfortunately, because the chat's moving so fast. But OG Anunoby over 1.5 three-pointers made. Going up against Charlotte, who he's going to be starting at small forward. They allow the second most threes to the small forward position. Let's see, on the year they do, as of right now, allowing the 4th most. I wonder if it's probably too crazy to put him in at 1-3, right? That's going to be terrible odds. But look what we're looking at, plus 744. Like, we don't need crazy spots like OG Anunoby to make a 3 here. The unfortunate thing is we already have in our last one, right? If we go to our profile here, we already have Jalen to make 3s, but that's only 2. Like, they can both hit their 3 lines. I shouldn't get too like wrapped up in that. But OG Anunoby, all right, so his only alternate is 3+, so we'd have to be looking at 1.5 there, and that makes the odds on this parlay 1253. Wow. 1253. We send this to a poll, I think. Guys, we're 15 likes away from 300 likes, and there is 500 plus people in the stands, right? Like, come on. Screw the stands. You're not in the stands watching. There's 500 people in the war room right now. You guys are hitting that like button. All right. We're going to send this OG one to a poll because I like that spot. I already took it today, obviously. So DT, I like it. I put it in my bets. This is what does the community think, right? You know what I mean? So I don't have the cold feet. Like, I like it. But what do the voters say in the poll? Silver Bricks, I trust no man to make threes anymore. We were cold, so cold the other night. But yeah, let's see. I can pull up my plays that we're rolling with in terms of our final plays. I like OG to make 1.5 threes. But it's not always what I like, right? I'm just the gatekeeper of saying what gets to the poll section. Then you guys say yes or no, which this looks like it's going to be a winning one. But hopefully that makes sense, by the way. All right, these are the plays that I got for today. Final plays. A lot of player props. These are split into units, so if one of these wins, you know, it's pretty. This is essentially one pick, even though it's listed as two. All right, I think that OG one is gonna go. And is that right? Do we have? Let's see if we can get to the stream. Do we have 300 likes on the stream? 300. 300. Whew. 532 watching, man. Damn. You guys are freaking awesome. 500 people on the live right now. That is awesome, guys. Absolutely awesome. Appreciate the hell out of you guys. All right, let's share this parlay because looks like this is going to be what we're rolling with. Man, kind of floored by the 300 likes and everything like that. Love that. All right, that is so if you do want to tail it. And let's go ahead and I guess the other one was $10. We'll put 10 to win 135. Yeah, we can do that, huh? All right, let's go ahead and tweet this one out as well. Appreciate the support. Jeez. Not trying to get all sappy over here, though. $12.35 for odds, too. Sheesh. All right, we're going to tweet this out. I see the chat still flying. We gotta catch up. All right, I'm putting this if you guys do want to refer to it yourself. And we'll put that as the pinned. Guys, shout out to everyone in the comments tonight. I couldn't even keep up with it, but damn. 12 leg parlay coming. That's too much. Elijah says, do you like John Collins over PRA? Yeah, I've been liking John Collins over PRA plenty as of late. We actually cashed it as final plays a few times. So yeah, if you're playing that, I really don't mind it. I think when I saw it earlier, it was at what, 22.5, 23.5, something like that. But he's hit it in what, 3 straight. Twitter handle is this. If you guys do want to just go type it in there, but I did post it in the chat if you guys just want to use the link. Tatum over 2.5 threes versus the Pelicans. I don't really mind that with Porzingis being out, right? Like he should have some more volume here, and it's going to be a good game, or should be a good game because the Celtics are obviously a good team, even without Porzingis. So I don't mind that. I think without Porzingis, let's see, I'm looking it up right now, but we are going to jump off stream pretty soon, guys. Without Porzingis, he's only done that. Look at it, just to flash this up to give you a visual. This season, he's only done it. The attempts are there, though. 8. No, not this game, but still. I don't hate it. My name is Evan Josh. The brand that we've built, and honestly, like, you guys don't even realize we started this as a blog and website 2016. Jeez. Take a quick look at Jaylen Brown. There's definitely value when it comes to, obviously, Kristaps being out and stuff, right? With the Celtics. But even here, this is just like inconsistency for me. You know? It's tough. But guys, unless I was looking at the wrong thing, to be honest, Nathan. Because what is his line? 24.5. Yeah, I really don't mind that. What else do we got? Is rebounds, maybe? But, yeah, guys, I think it's going to tune it down. That's going to do it for the stream. Again, we're usually live here on Mondays around 4:30, 4:45, 4 o'clock. I always kind of post the stream early so it's scheduled and you guys can get notified. But yeah, make sure you're turning those notification bells on. So often we get the message, oh, I didn't even know you went live. And it's like, I can only do so much. I posted on Twitter. I posted on the community tab. I posted earlier in the day as a future stream, so you could see that. So turn on those notifications if you do find yourself missing it. But yeah, appreciate everybody tuning in. What a great stream. We built 2 great slips. I posted them over on my Twitter, so go ahead and follow me there. I'll post that in the chat one more time. And just rewind back the stream if you need you want to see that. But you should be able to go on the Twitter, even if you don't have a Twitter/X. So, yeah, appreciate everyone tuning in, and we'll catch you guys in the next one, right? We'll see you on the videos tomorrow. We'll see you next week for the streams. A lot of good content coming on the way. A lot of good news to share as well about personal on the channel and everything like that. So stay tuned for all of that, guys. Actually, I had this as a note too, and this is just me getting wrapped up in the content. I forget to kind of promote/push something I want to push, but we do have a brand new collection on the Fade Me store. It's going to be the Gambler collection without the vowels. I think it's going to be really cool. If you guys do want to check it out, first 3 products here. Go ahead and check it out. In fact, you can use code, we'll set this up after the live stream, use code LIVE, get you some discount there. But yeah, more to come on this as well. But if you think it's sleek and cool, go ahead and check it out. But that's going to do it for me, guys. Hope you guys did enjoy. We'll catch you guys in the next stream, right? Peace out.